Not the same turn-in as the Ferrari at all. Oh, not on this track, not as glued when you catch the rocks. Let's see if in +2, let me know what brake balance you're running here. I'm just finding I'm not getting very little to no turn-in while slightly on the brake pedal. So that's not something I like very much. So finding the right balance for your drive style is oh so important. And I'm a late breaker, not a late bloomer, but a late breaker. So running 5 is gonna be a wee bit dangerous for this late braking boy. I am a late braking boy. There we go, better handling of the gears. Much smoother through the turns when we handle those gears better. Can't full throttle it through there. That was a mistake I was making. Need second to rotate through there and be at the right point for acceleration. All right, so GTR is just a little weak on that corner compared to the 458 or the 911. Need to adjust. Super doofus, Tom. Thank you so much for working on the league. Very cool to have that you created the Sim League Pro. Folks, check out the Sim League Pro. Sign up. Get some races in. I just feel like the car, I don't know what's going on. The GTR, I'm having issues to get this thing to just get through the darn turns. What am I doing wrong? Let me know, folks. I'm going to figure it out on my own eventually, but it'll be a lot faster if you just tell me why I'm sucking so hard getting through those turns. I feel like I just can't stick it. Oh, Super Doofus Tom, thanks so much for saying that the cockpit view was something that got you interested in this channel originally. I also, when I watch races, I also like to kind of feel like I'm a bit like a passenger in the vehicle. I know there's blind spots, but I also know that I feel it's like the honest sim racing perspective. Sim racing, simulation racing, not arcade racing. Arcade racing, all the views are acceptable. And cheat codes and punting people and taking jumps and doing spiral barrel rolls, whatever it may be. 360 burnouts, Need for Speed is for that. Or Call of Duty, running through the woods in the Warzone map. Pogo Clown 4, oh my goodness, I will try to avoid Pogo Clown 7. And Rocket Crash, even the names would suggest that we're maybe in for a bit of a brutal Royal Rumble. Let's hope not. Let me know about the brake balance, what you all think, folks. Try 3. It's a compromise between 2 and 4. Might have gotten that fast time at 0, so maybe that's why I'm finding the GTR so much different than my fast qualifying just from last night. There we go, good. Before we got hard on the pedal, we shifted up, not have an excess amount of torque, throwing us all over the place. 3, I don't feel like I'm sliding through there any. Gotta kind of put on the big boy pants there and let go of the brake pedal and coast through, because I'm finding the GTR's trail braking to not be great. I'd say that's its weakness. I try to trail brake a little bit too much, I just go straight and miss the turn altogether, even on 4. And then on 4, of course, as you go up in brake balance, you're braking less with the front wheels. That means you're taking longer to slow down. A greater distance must be covered in order to get down to the correct same speed. So I'll rely a little bit more on engine braking and earlier braking. At least we're not making any of the monumental mistakes we made last race. So we got a decent chance at if we can keep the car behind us. They're awfully close. Got a decent chance of either staying in second or getting punted to last. Let's see how this turns out. Either way, punt that like button. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already done so, and come race with us. Let's learn and grow together. All right, got to keep an eye when you're at point. Got someone behind you at 0.3 seconds behind. That means they're in punting position. Let go, hope for the best. And yes, that turned out quite well. That'll gain us some speed on the car behind. Coasting can be awfully good, but we got to get to the right gear for that rotation. And now we got to race because we weren't as fast on that last turn. Keeping it in second to get the rotation, but making sure I'm at the very top of second. We got some nice rotation through there. We're helping to widen up that gap. Making sure I avoid the penalty. I think if we touch those orange cones, we'll pick up a 0.5 penalty. 1.4, we are growing the time and distance with the vehicles behind us, meaning we can start having hot laps using the full track. The track's ours now. The track's ours to see if we can close that gap on that very fast American, Mr. A-Rock. That's not the fastest way around turn 1, and that will cause us to lose a bit of that advantage that we had. I wonder if he got tempted to go for the spear us into another stratosphere, or at least into the ocean, off the cliff. Take a little bit of the apex there, the sandy apex here. Give a little jiggle to the throttle pedal. I'm going to get a little rotation out of this car. Oh, that's right. We sponsored our back window. Nothing like sponsoring so hard you can't see out your rear window. At least we still got the front window. Sponsored by the JCCR Racing Team. .5, almost 1.6 second lead on third, but a 4.7. Hurst is fast. It's going to be very difficult to catch up to. He's consistently laying down laps. Like he's laying down some serious pipe after 2 cups of coffee. also known as the pre-work home workout, the coffee cleanse. Huge improvements on the turn. That is basically the line we need and want to be taking. I don't know why I was having so much trouble controlling the GTR before, but I gotta remember, brake balance 3 is just pure perfection. Also, in the options, you can control how your pedals behave. And as I'm not sure if you've noticed, well, you can't see it, but when I do braking at what is a quarter of the space, it's always beyond half in the game. So I need to kind of put a dead zone on that pedal. So for the first 10 or 20% has essentially no braking, since it's so sensitive once I get into it. Yes, now sponsored by Super Doofus. Darn, Tom, you're right. I am. Well, I said I'm sponsored by the JCCR racing team, and you are a very important part of the JCCR racing team. So I was accurate, but not specific. Truthful, but general. But if I'm to be truthful and specific, well, we could Venn diagram this. But to be truthful and specific, clearly sponsored by Super Doofus Tom. Don't forget, folks, he's got not just great racing skill, it's also entertaining and fun to watch. So check out his channel, give him a subscribe. If you want to help your racers out before going to bed, if you're not, if you're not paying by the gigabyte before going to bed, it really helps us out if you just throw on a playlist, or you go to our channels directly and you put it on a video so that it keeps playing videos. I have a feeling I could get punted at any moment. Someone caught up. Someone's doing a great job driving behind us. Ooh, 0.4. Wow, what a monumental catch-up. They trimmed a second. That's great. Good for them. Pressure's on. Got to get that rotation. This is my slow section, but if I can survive to the last three turns, should be able to nail it and survive and hold this second place. We need it. We need to stay in the C League and slowly move up to the B, because the goal of the channel is to go from E, as an actual real, no experience E driver. Oh, shucks. Usually I'm pretty quick through there, all the way to the A class. At least the B. But the dream is the A. Maybe the realistic goal is the B class. Now he's going to have the advantage of being behind us and catching the drift. Woo! We did a thing! Yes, Tom, thanks for being here for that. Ricky, Res Racer, salute, boys. Thanks for being down here in, well, we can't see because the lighting is too poor at the moment, but we're in the buddy basement. We got Mario down there. We got the Mario karts, the old Thrustmaster T150, back when I had a PS4 and I drove Gran Turismo Sport for, I don't know, not that many hours. Never got beyond the E speed, but here we go. We're going to be covering all the tricks, the craft, to go from being an E driver with no racecraft intelligence to clearly to get to an A or a B. It's not just by pure luck, it's not by muscle memory, it's by applying consistent techniques, learning and growing. And that's what we do here at JCCR Racing. So give us a subscribe, follow us along as we go from the E class to one day the A class, but quite possibly the B class this year. But there we go, we got a clean race, second, and that feels darn good. Let's clip that because I'm going to be out of town. Toronto Lincoln event, well, Niagara-on-the-Lake for the next day. I'll be back Friday. So I'll put out these videos here.